Alright. Hello, hello. Welcome to Cities Skylines. Let's... Good thing. Alrighty. Current bitrate is lower than recommended. That might just be because all it's currently streaming is the card. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I've been monkeying in the settings in OBS to try and get things working to record videos with OBS, because the previous software that I've been using is it's just becoming more trouble than it's worth. But as a result, I am somewhat concerned that it's going to mess up the stream settings. So let me know if you see drops in quality or choppiness or anything like that. The stream might have to double a little bit as technical issues stream. One of those. Anyway, hello, Shifty. Okay. My preview window is being really incredibly choppy, but I don't know if that's actually being passed on to the stream itself. I don't. It's just weird sometimes. Let's see. My monitor is not giving any missed frames or anything, so hopefully everything looks smooth in the to viewers. I really hope so. I really hope so. Okay. Actually, before we dive into this proper, we should probably just make sure that all of that is as it should be. Make sure that there's no choppiness that I need to deal with before we... I swear I fixed all these trees. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for feedback from chat. Not getting choppiness, but you are getting artifacting when I move the map. Okay, so possibly output. Most likely bitrate. Yeah. Okay. Give me a minute. And of course, because I move my mouse over to the secondary monitor, it's going to start scrolling to the left. Okay, what about? Okay, this might take a little bit to figure out, so apologies in advance. Okay, so rather than a bit rate, it's now using a quality profile. And the quality CQ level is quote-unquote 18, which, as I believe it, is about as detailed as it can get without returning diminishing returns. Is the keyframe the issue? What is going on here? So still seeing the artifacting? And all the audio seems to be working, I guess. Audio's working, okay. Alright, I'm gonna stop streaming for a little bit, and, well, I guess I need to do some reading first. OBS. I was afraid that this would happen. CQQP. Quality drops considerably when I move the map. Maybe not a problem for regular play. That suggests that it's going to be hugely annoying for anything that has a lot of movement, like, say, Halo. Let's see. Let me stop recording for a bit. Still getting significant issues. Kilobits per second is still pretty low, lower than I would kind of like it to be. Ah, gosh. What do you see? If I zoom in, onward. So sick of these trees in the middle of the road. Something about my forest anarchy settings keeps unhiding all the trees that I build roads on top of. Okay. Large pixels still when you move the map, even zoomed in. Okay. Let me try something else. Okay, let's try manually setting the bit rate, see how that behaves. Right, so, moving the map when zoomed out. Now it's at like 7 to 9,000 kilobits per second. Okay, moving the map, zoomed in. So do it slower? I don't know if I can really do it slower. There's like one speed for camera movement. I can do it bit by bit. Yeah, I really need to find a better way to test these settings. Okay. How about zoomed in? How's that look? You're not seeing artifacting anymore? Okay. All right, I guess for some reason the rate quality thing was way underestimating the quality needed for this sort of thing. Okay. All right, so it's seems to be doing okay, I guess. All right. I just need to get my various windows in order. All right. Okay. Okay. So we got 3 communities now. We have Ronhead, we have Port Norwin, and we have Perth. And I think today, broadly, maybe not right away, but today, I want to build one more community. So we've got Ronhead, which is sort of the main city at the moment. And then we've got Perth, which is the beginning of our industrial city. So specifically built around forestry. And then I think we need a proper farming devoted city. That'll be more Snail. That's going to be over that away. And let me just quickly deal with the with all these trees. I thought I dealt with them last night before, while I was setting things up, but apparently not. Apparently I just have to go through, remove these trees. You. Okay. I'm sure there's more trees somewhere that need to be fixed. But, this'll do for now. Okay, but how do we want to start this episode today? Let's check in on our town. So Perth has a population of 1,141 already. How's Winston and Sons Timber doing? Needs more workers. Hello, Ubercat. Okay, and over here in Port Norwin, we have 1,181, and over here in Ronhead, we have 2,519. Okay, so Ronhead is the largest city, as it should be. And I'm thinking that Ronhead's not going to grow that much more in the colonial era. Like maybe we'll extend the farms a bit, but broadly, I think the rest of this land will be for the independence era, the around the 30s, 40s, that sort of thing. Well, we got a little bit of stuff to do before we do that yet. Now then, I was thinking, we haven't really dived into the social part of this yet, but here we have Port Norwin. Port Norwin is basically the establishment of the British East India Company, now that they have arrived in Makyr. And they haven't really done all that much. They haven't had that much of an impact on the community, aside from building a housing block in a stupid location that everybody hates. Although they have significantly expanded the dockyards down here. So, I would imagine that the East India Company is probably over there making trouble with the Golva people, which means they'll want a military presence. Now, this area was going to be another farm field, but now that I think about it, it would probably be a good place for a military fortress. So let's get started by doing that. Let's move these roads here. Let's think about the force. Actually, do we want it there, or where's a good place? So naval supremacy is probably an important thing. So actually, maybe one of these maybe one of these islands here would be a good pick. Have a bridge. I don't think I can make a proper star fortress or anything. But I do have some castle walls that just come with the vanilla game. I didn't really think about doing this before, but where's that gonna be? That's gonna be in water structures, vegetation, content creator trees, walls and fences, paths, landscaping tools. Okay, I know that they're somewhere. What even is this? Vegetation. Trees, walls and fences. Monuments, parks and plazas? No, they won't be in parks and plazas. Okay, let me just search for castle. Alright, here we go. The castle of Lord Chirpwick. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Alright, so what are we looking at in this castle? Okay, that seems pretty good. Let's pop a segment down over here. Okay. That is a pretty significant wall. Too significant for an ancient castle, probably. But colonial era castle? That'll probably work. So, okay, so sites. We could put it here. That would overlook that bay. But it doesn't have a clear line of sight on the harbor. We could put it also on this hill, which can see the harbor and is sort of overlooking the town. Like, there's probably the ground here is probably flat enough. Okay, that's a possibility. There's also this island, which has that's probably flat enough to have sort of a central drill square, and we can have a big tower up here. It'll have to be a ruined tower because of reasons, yes. And similar thing here. But we can probably have a decent fortress size area there. This spot's already occupied. Would be kind of great, but also far away from the main holdings. This might also be an option. I don't know. What do you viewers think? So we got this spot, this spot, this spot, and this spot. Let's see. How long of a bridge would we need? 176 meters. Could probably have like a 176 meter wooden bridge, I guess. Suppose this island is an option as well. That would also protect Perth. And again, this is... How far away is this? This is about 1 kilometer. I don't know much about the range of cannons circa 1800, but I imagine that you could probably control 1 kilometer of water, don't you think? Yeah, I'm thinking this one. Let's take a look at this, at the land we have here. It's a bit bumpy. It's a bit bumpy, but not unworkably so. So, like I said, I doubt I can do a proper star fortress, but... Hello, no lightning bugs. I'm trying to decide where to build an East India Company fort. We got this spot here, we got this spot here, maybe this spot here, although it's quite small. This island here, but it's kind of far from the settlements. Right now I'm leaning towards this area here, so something like vaguely like that, because the building, the military building style in this era was star forts. Rather than have like the square fortress, you would have something like this, because it means that people can't. Well, let me demonstrate. So if you have square walls, then if you're at the top of the wall, then the people at the bottom, anybody who's right there, is out of your field of fire unless you lean over dangerously. Well, with a star fortress, then people on this section of the wall can fire at the bottom of that section of the wall. And people at the bottom of it, at the top of this section of the wall, can fire at the bottom of that section of the wall. So the colonial age gave rise to some very visually appealing geometric shaped star fortresses. And I probably cannot do something that good, but I might be able to sort of have the general feel of it. So, unwind my cable. Let's think about it. Right. Let's do ye old terraforming, which I understand is not incredibly realistic, but wasn't impossible either. So let's choose like this height. Gonna even out some of these hills here. All right. So keep some of the natural curves, but we'll have a sort of basal flat area. Okay. Let's turn our contours on. That's zoning. Contours. Contours. All right. So. Maybe something like... You know what? Real star fortresses very much involved terraforming and canals and things. So let's go ahead and embrace that. Let's start. I wonder. Do I can make a circle. Okay. Let's start like this. Now, how does this arrange a circle thing work? Enter? No. Okay. So there's a ring. If I then do this, there we go. Now I can make a circle, a perfect circle. And from that perfect circle, such a shape also should disperse storm or tsunami waves. Probably true, although I don't think the East India Company will be really thinking about that. Okay. Now, geometry has never been my strong point. So that's the center. So now that's quadrants. So if I go out to like here and here and here and here, then no, that's not really working. Okay. Let's try this. So that, and then like that. Okay. And then if we go out 10 units at that's 20 degrees either way. Let's see, 45 divided by 2 is like 22 and a half. That doesn't seem to be perfectly middle, so let's just eyeball it, I guess. Assuming I can actually I don't know why it's refusing to do that. Okay. Let me try a different approach. So bring me 5 units in. Let's do this. So now, if we do okay. Now if we get rid of all the outside bits and the inside bits, we have ourselves A star fortress. Okay, so each wall can shoot at the base of the others. So, alright. So let's now select our nodes. Well, first let's drink some water. Okay, nodes. Control H, bring them up to this height. Okay. Now, this has a line of sight. They'll probably chop down these trees. Chop, 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 chop. Let's replace those with open. There we go. Now, the fort has line of sight on the harbor. I mean, you can't actually see the docks itself, but anything close to it. Okay. How big is this? You are 200 meters across. That should be plenty, I think. Okay. So, let's, now we need some buildings here. Let's just start with roads. Have some, 2-lane gravel roads. How's this one? Yeah, we'll just go with the vanilla gravel road. Okay. Let's have ourselves a square. That'll be, sure, 7 by 10 by 7. Then... Okay, I think we need an entrance here. So let's add a node here and here. Leave these little bits here. I don't think I have a gate asset, so can't really have a gate. Oh, that'll... Alright. And then you come across here. I want you at... perfect angle. Okay. And I want you to be even. Control H. And then you connect up to here. And here. That is a bridge. That should not be a bridge. That should be flat. Also, there are trees in the way. Okay. Oh, that's, that is really steep. Okay. Maybe that's not the way we want to connect this. Alright. Let's take this out of this way. And That's better. There's trees. Alright. We got ourselves a bridge over to the Star Fort. What should we name this this fort? What would the East India Company name one of its forts? Nice round blob. So by default, it's named itself Emerson Hills. Could be Fort Emerson. We'll have a nice drill square in the middle. That's 80 meters long. It's not a big fortress, but it's not a very big, island. Okay. Let's have a look at some of our assets. What have we got that might fit here? Deco. That's too modern. What are you? Go too fancy. Colonial houses, okay. That's a good start. Very basic structures. Seems appropriate. And then we got some little ones as well. What are you? You're very simple. Not quite what we're looking for. Market stalls, interestingly. Okay, I just want the vanilla assets, thank you. You're very modernist. What are you? Art Deco. That's too fancy. That's Art Deco. Here's a colonial commercial building. Let's put a couple of those down. Okay, so here we got like a officers thing. And oh, we're in the Japanese stuff. This is gonna take a while. Too modern. I have so many Japanese buildings for when we do These look promising. I'm not exactly sure what they are. Low density residential. Dutch Cape style from Dutch colonial period. Okay. I'm going to add these to my 1800s tag so I don't forget them. Because these are broadly perfect. I don't know what the difference is between all these. Level? Okay, they've just got slightly different styles to them. Okay. I think that's probably plenty of buildings for the inside of a fort. Probably too many buildings, but we got the central drill square. Let's make sure all of these things are aligned to the proper height again. It doesn't feel like it's as flat as it should be. No, it's not. It bends down in the middle for some reason. Alright. Size down. Let's select our buildings, set our height to, I don't know, that building. Okay. That feels broadly as it should be. Now then, do we have anything we could use as a gate? Not really. Castle. Guess I could clean this up a little bit by adding some towers. Technically tower ruins, but which they wouldn't be ruined at this point, but they make the gate work better. And then probably up here. Oh yeah, they would definitely want to have a gun emplacement up here. So, let me see. For that, let's go to our... Here we go. We've got key walls. Key walls and retaining walls. Let's start with this one. Let's take these nodes. No. Set them all to the same height. H. That's a bit too high. Something like that, maybe. Well, maybe a bit higher. So that you can't just walk up. I think that works. Leave those trees. Then we want to... Looks like the EIC used names in the local language as well as British names like Fort William. There is one for St. George. Could not find an exhaustive list. Okay. So what sounds right for a fort name here? Excuse me. That's too much. Let's flatten to this elevation. Okay. And I don't have any cannons, do I? I do have cannons. Weird. What are you? Props? Yes. Let's bring you here. Control H, all set to this height. Control V. Spin you around. H. Control H. Control H. All of you. Okay then. I'll have to set your heights manually, I guess. Or maybe we'll just resist all attempts to have your height set. Okay. Alright then, what if I bring you just to the edge then? You can always revisit this later, so... Guess that'll do for now. And then that really does not look very good. I'll have to figure out how to improve it later. Okay, now we need ourselves a path. So I'm gonna take a gravel footpath. I'm gonna turn off all my guidelines. So maybe I'll keep my angle on. Okay. There's that. Turn forestry anarchy off. There is a path. I guess we'll get rid of these trees as well, so that any defenders here have a good good firing position down on anyone who tries to take them. Oh boy, that is quite the steep it's quite the steep ascent. Okay. Let's see. Go to our nodes. That is ridiculously steep. I'm not sure how else to get up there, so ridiculously steep it is. Okay. Lacking any other suggestions right now, I'll name it after the governor. This will be Fort Bird. Although I imagine that by the time this fort is built, he will probably have moved on elsewhere. All right. So, now we've removed basically all the vegetation. Let's go ahead and bring some back. Just low vegetation this time. Okay. And none on the cliffs. Let's go to our palms as well, because we got a bit of beach here. Alright. And how's that look? Sparse, which I believe is broadly as it would. Okay. I'll probably have to study more how forts were made to make this more realistic. But I think it'll do for now. One moment while I adjust my heater down. Getting too warm in here. Okay. So now we have Fort Bird, so that the EIC troops have a base of operations to go and oppress the natives, the native Golva over that way. Okay. It's also very well placed to defend the holdings here. So I ended up deleting this big field without any good reason. Alrighty, Ubercat, have a good night. Okay, let's see if I can't bring that field back. Turn all our guidelines back on. Bring this out, say 5. Go out 5. That was a pretty good angle. Curve. Okay, need another right about there. Okay, range it line. There. Okay. bring this up. I don't know why. Why do these roads sink down so much? Okay. Slope. There. And that'll do. We can turn that back into a farm later if we so choose. And we probably should. Do we want to do that now? Expand Smith & Smith spice and commodities. There are only 16 workers here at Smith & Smith. Interesting. Nobody wants to work at Smith & Smith for some reason. Alright, then I guess there's not a whole lot of point expanding it right now. Instead, let's go over to our new settlement for today, more Snail. We're going to build ourselves a agricultural hub, because like Rasmussen's all well and good over here, but they've got fairly limited room to expand. Like they could go over this way a bit, but this is sort of the agricultural. This is in the future going to be sort of the agricultural core of Makyr. So let's start thinking about that. So we got ourselves a river, a fairly steep river. In fact, I'm not entirely sure you could get much ship traffic up here. And we've got the highway and the railroad, which we will ignore for the time being. Hello, Cobalt. We just built a really crappy star fortress. I'm sure I'll try to touch it up later. You got shin ramen? What kind of animal did you use the shins of to make your ramen? I was not aware that shins were a common ingredient in ramen. Alright, so beef shins. So that would be the second joint of the cow hooves, if I'm remembering my anatomy correctly. You think shin means death? Well, would you be eating the shins of something that's alive in ramen? Alright. So. We do have a bit of a challenge here in that, and let's get this whole area here. Okay, that's a lot of money, but we are making a profit. I should probably let time take along, though. Hello, Alma. Alright. Now, this region is a floodplain, which is why it's so fertile. You can see that the lines of the rivers have shifted over time. So yeah, because this looks to me like evidence of evidence that there was a river there at one point. And again. Oh yes, and we've got the this ancient city over here. Because this whole area, if we look at our fertility, we got lots and lots of fields over here. Well, there aren't fields yet, but it's a good place for farming. And I suspect here in here in more Snail. We might start to see the Makyr take more influence from the Golva. It's like here, this is traditionally European farming. You got your corn, you got your citrus and such. But over here, I'm thinking rice, to take advantage of the fact that this area is something of a floodplain anyway. So. This seems like the best place for the core of more Snail, so let's go ahead and lay that down. Okay. You will be more Snail. Okay. Also... Oh. Right. Problem here. Right, I forgot that these are, quite tall ships. Okay, so first things first, let's take care of ye old electricity. So let's sample our ye old power lines. They can run parallel to the covered bridge. And water can follow the road. There we go, ye old indoor plumbing. Alright, and I guess I need to change my ferry route now. Okay. Ship. Ferry pathway. Now, where's our ferry routes? Because we need to recalculate those routes now. Yep, that fixed it. Okay. So now our ferries have to go outside and around Fort Bird. You don't think the roads would have remained recognizable by this time? Yeah, you're probably right. I'm gonna leave them, though, because, I imagine that these places are going to be restored, at least to some degree, by the modern times, and it would be annoying to have to try to remake these roads. So, we'll just pretend that they make sense for now. Okay, there we go. Now we have our bridge. And our ferry should now... Here comes ye old... No, wait, that's ye old ambulance, I think. Oh, no, fire's out already. So that's ye old... What are ye old? You are ye old... Police carriage. Alright. Alright, so, more Snail. More Snail is going to require sea access, because these highways don't exist yet. Because we're in the 1800s still. So we're going to need to extend down here and have ourselves a docks yard. So let's grab ourselves key wall. Here, and then up this way a little bit. Did I see not much bikes most recent video? Alright, see you, Shifty. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, stop causing an earthquake. Okay, bring you down. I want to even hide across... Oop, no. Did I see Not Just Bike's most recent video? Which one was it? The one on SUVs? Let's see. Yeah, bring you down to here. Then bring you out to here. Control H height. That more or less works, I think. Okay, this will need to come up a bit. Not Just Bikes is a YouTube channel about city planning. Oh, and speaking of city planning, worth mentioning is that the City Skylines 2 has been announced. Which somehow I had a sense that I would be starting this series just in time for the sequel to Interrupted. Supposedly it's coming out this year, but I'm not so sure because we haven't seen any the trailer was entirely pre-rendered. Which I don't know, that seems a bit where's my node controller? That seems a bit iffy for something that's supposed to be coming out this year. So after the trailer, there was a lot of speculation that the game would be run in Unreal Engine because the pre-rendered trailer was in Unreal Engine, but the Colossal Order has come out and said that no, they're not going to be using Unreal. They're just going to be using what is with you? They'll be using Unity, like the current City Skylines. What is with this ridge? What are you doing to me? Okay, what if... Land yachts and SUVs and trucks. Yeah, I'm not a fan of large trucks. Even though we have one. Like, we live in the middle of nowhere, and our, like, plow services are not always great, so sometimes we need our large four-wheel truck just to get out of the driveway. But four-wheel drive trucks in the city, yeah, not a spectacularly great idea. Just like this weird terrain hump here. Okay, let me see what I can do about that. Parallel road tool. Over to here. Mm-hmm. 15 minutes. There we go. Alright. So Now we have a meaningful waterfront. Now we can go and... what are you complaining about? Not enough customers. And you will also say not enough customers. Okay, I guess. Let's bring you out. These are 10. Bring you out like that. Get rid of these trees. Okay, that's already covered what I wanted. If you got hit by a lifted truck, it's a bumper directly to the chest. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a great, like most things that are left up to the free market, the cars we use are problematic. What's the zoning here? I'm not sure. Go ahead and use that as well. Get rid of these trees so things can develop. Alright, so I actually came over here because I need a ferry stop over here. And it's perfectly aligned as well. Now it's gonna, that's gonna totally mess up the, okay. Let's go to our roads. Going to go to this. We're going to unlock this segment, and we're going to delete it. There we go. And that was all unlocked then. Okay. Now let's turn this off until we're ready for it. And let's also get ourselves, you're the cargo dock. So let's bring in the cargo dock as well. Cannot connect to routes. Okay. Shipping route goes there. Okay, maybe that actually needs to be farther. Yeah, there we go. And you can be over here. Actually, you can be right there. Why are you no longer aligned? Select building. Hello, Rhinoa. Welcome to Cities Skylines. That's aligned. Let's unlock this. Now get rid of it. That's the wrong thing to get rid of. There. That'll do. That is a treacherous dock. Yeah. I mean, realistically, they would probably dock like this. And I imagine that, in practice, also let's lower this building. It does not need to be that high. Yeah. And this, okay, this actually needs to come up a bit. Because it's on a slope. Alright, that'll do. This probably would be a treacherous dock. This would probably be unusable, wouldn't it? Okay, well, at this point, they probably have slow boats. Smaller, slower boats for more snail. I don't think it would be receiving ocean-going ship traffic. Rather, it would be shifting goods from more Snail over to the main port in, well, I guess this is technically part of Port Norwin, not Ronhead. Hello, Ruby. Oh, a building is on fire. Oh, do we not have Ye Old Fire Station around here? Yeah, we do. We do have Ye Old Fire Station. I mean, there's a tree in the way. There. Now you can park your horses here. Yep, Ye Old Fire... No, that's Ye Old Police Horse, I think. On this day, 8 and 3 years ago, Ori games were released? Yes, that is true. That is true. And one of the few games that I got almost immediately. I'm not entirely sure how I came across them originally. I have a vague memory of a very, very old trailer from long before the game released, but it seems entirely different than Okay, fine. Let me guess, the land values were too low. But yeah, it seems entirely different than any I could actually find. Like, entirely pre-rendered and such. Oh, and you need more Ye Old electricity. Okay. Where are we generating? Up here is where we're generating Ye Old electricity. But anyway, yeah, Ori is one of the few games I bought basically immediately at purchase. Alright, so here's our waterfront for more Snail. So here then is where the town itself is going to be, which is a little bit problematic because this highway's right here. Now, we're not going to... Officially, this highway does not exist yet because it's the 1800s. Nobody's invented cross-country highways yet. It might need to more closely track this rail line here. But the rail line... But that's how this was originally when I was designing the map. And that caused a whole... trying to have an off-ramp here and a rail line here caused all sorts of snarl. Maybe instead the highway will come around this way, hook up over here. That would mean people coming from this side have to go way around, but anyway, we'll figure that out later, I guess. For now, let's get rid of this. Get rid of this highway. Alright. So now we have the center of more Snail. Which, I'm going to go ahead. So at this point, so the Makyr here, the English settlers, and the native Golva over there get along pretty well, even if the East India Company does not get along well with, well, either party really. But the Makyr would have the collective advice from the Golva, who used to live in this region, even though they don't anymore. So I think they would be very aware of the possibility of floods. So I think if we bring this, no, brush strength. I think that we might reasonably expect a bit of a levee here. It's not very wide. That's a pretty significant levy, I think. Very much looks like floodland. Yes. Yes, this whole area is a floodplain, which is exactly why we want to be here, because this is going to make for great farming. We just need a more secure space for housing. So the back when the Golva people lived here, they were over here on this land over in the hills. But I think we want like a central residential core here, and then farms throughout the rest of this area. So... is that a reasonable levy? Yeah, this does sort of slope downward. Let's continue filling out this levy. Now it gets quite steep over here, so we can probably let the levee, well, we'll think more about the levee over there later. But, so over here's probably a fairly reasonable levy. That's where are my contour lines? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meters. 6 meter levy. This is a pretty significant river, though. Okay, let's bring it up a bit more. Maybe not quite that much. So now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meters here. Okay. Nope. Set here. Years back, had someone's house here flood down in the drainage area. People sandbagging to redirect flooding and everything from the area. Yeah. This is a depression, isn't it? Well, let's see what it looks like when we get our levee up higher. I imagine that this would be a gradual process over the course of pretty significant length of time, rather than all at once. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 7 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meters there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meters. Yeah, so 6 to 8 meters of levee here. That feels pretty significant. Especially when the land across is it's not levied, so we're not channelizing this as much as might be what you call it, smallest country with a railway network. I mean, the railway network doesn't officially exist yet, but hopefully, I'm hoping that we'll get to the first bit of railway today between Perth and more Snail and Ronhead. Alright. So, got levee there. And it's possible that this lake could rise in heavy flooding, which, making an accidental flood valley would be bad, yes. Yeah, this lake could rise, because we're in the tropics. We get a lot of rain. So this lake could potentially rise. But would we expect to see like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meter rise? So the watershed here is basically all this area here, which isn't really that big of an area. The main reason the lake is here is because this place, we got a drainage area here. We got a basin here. And it's a fairly shallow lake as well. Is this a good idea? Where else might we put it? Here? This does have a sort of central hill area. But I could also see the river working its way through here. And it's far away from the sea, which they kind of need to have access to. We can't build it here because there's not enough flat land. This will probably be developed at some point, but it's not really suitable for farming. Mid-continental US and the flooding we had was 18 feet in some areas. Let's see. That's 18 divided by 3.25, I think. So that's about 5.5 meters. So that levee should be just about tall enough for that sort of, for a flood of that scale. Well, maybe I should do some research. Real quick. Let's say Indonesia. Flood heights. Some houses flood waters reached heights of 2 meters to 5 meters. Okay. Inundation 5 feet 7 inches. That's about 2 meters. 5 inches over the height of the average Indonesian citizen. Okay. All right. I think we're okay with this. This levee. Now, if the levee breaks, that could be a problem. But since we're not channelizing so much, I think we're probably okay. I'm sure that there are flood engineers screaming at me right now, or they would be if they watch if they were watching this. But okay, we got more snail. Let's use our parallel road tool. Get a section here because that's nice and straight. Bring it out. That looks about right. 35. Here we go. We can adjust the height later. And you can connect right there. Okay. So now... All right. We'll need to adjust the height on that road, but we can do that a little later. So I followed sort of a bit of a main channel here. So if there is flooding, it'll be sort of funneled down this main road. Is that what we want? Well, the main road is where the main road is where the center of the commercial development is going to be. So maybe not. Maybe we want... So we got these two crests of hills here. We got here and we got here. So if we were to... Okay, let's say this extended out this way. And then this would come and join up. Say here. So we get our we get a triangular town. Okay. So that gives us two sort of main areas. And then we have this area here. Let's use our parallel road tool to have a buffer. Tab? Okay. So now we essentially have a sort of drainage channel here that everything's going to sort of empty into. And that could be like a central parky bit. And I think I want to actually bring this out. Okay, another 2 units. Should probably be using planning roads for this, but I haven't. Yeah. More Snail can have a nice... this can be a park space that doubles as a drainage space. So, in a way, this place is ahead of its time. It's got a central rain garden. So when the weather is good, people can use this as a gathering space, a recreational space. And when the weather is not so great, they can, then it'll serve an important safety function. Okay, so now we got 3 different sort of grids going on over here. How do we want to connect up these grids? Give that the space sort of an arrowhead. And we want to just go straight on. No, that doesn't really. Let's connect you like that, and then. Straight to there. Seawater can be pushed into the river, causing soil salinization? Yes. However, we are... Let's see. So that's sea level there. So we are 10, 20, 30, about 30 meters above sea level, even though we're close to the coast. This is a fairly steep hill. I do not expect a whole lot of there's crime here. There's nobody here. There's no crime to do. But yeah, I do not expect a whole lot of seawater to get pushed up this river, because it's 30 meters above sea level. Alright. How about that? Setting grass fires. I suppose it's possible. Keep that in mind. Maybe I want this to come out as well. Connect that there. So we'll have a diamond part here, like a diamond thing here. And then that. All right. So. How do we want to block out this space? Let's use planning roads. Plan. Show me the roads. 2-lane roads. Let's do, if this is our basis here, then 90. Okay. It's like there. And that's not a perfect crossing, but it'll have to do. Alright. So then let's have 10 wide. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's have 12 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We'll have a block size of 13. Okay. That's 13. Which gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What? Again, I say, what? Okay. Let's get rid of these nodes here. And turn off you. And actually, my grid, I should probably have a width of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and that translates to 10 units. So I'm back where I started. Alright. And the gradient is shifting here, so... weird, so let's go out off the road guidelines. 10. Turn on the road guidelines. Okay. And then another 10. Okay. You can cross here. That. Oops, bit of lag there. Okay. We'll have 30-degree angle here. Here, and you can come across like that. Okay. These can extend up this way. Alright. Now we go back here. That's 10. That's 12. I want 10. Okay. And that's 7. That's 10. Alright. So that'll be the basic layout for more Snail, I think. We're not going to build all of it right now because that's too big. That's bigger than Port Norwin. But we will start to fill it out, and we can start sending bridges over. All right, so this is a decent place, I guess, to have a... Oop, hold on a second. A bridge. Right there. It's not perfectly aligned, but it's fine. And then... this one would probably be the priority route for the bridge over here. Okay. And this is not a particularly good place to bridge across to this bit. But this'll do. This'll do. Okay. So now we go back to normal roads. This way. This one will come out this way. These are all imaginary planning roads, so they're fine for the moment. Okay. Let's go ahead and expand more Snail to cover these areas. More Snail. Right. So. Let's start on our farm. So, I'm thinking for this one, rice. And I have a special way to do rice. I just need to remember it. So we've got these rice footpaths. So we can, because rice, of course, grows in water, and that so it requires flat land. So let's. How big do we want our rice things to be? Let's say 15 by 15. Seems like that. Like an area would go undeveloped for a long period of time, not until you basically build your own river type of thing to redirect it. The area isn't good for bridging. Which area? Here? Or here? Like the The north bridge or the northeast bridge? Build your own river type of thing to redirect it? Area to the left of the screen? As in this or this? Build your own river to redirect it. River fork? Here? In the center? Maybe. It is a little bit of a bit awkward to sort of place here because it doesn't have a direct connection line. Above that? Here? Or here? So we got A, B, C, D, E. Which area are you talking about that? Never mind, I've already forgotten what all the letters were. Okay. General area D. Emerson Hills, Cherry Heights, Hickory Square, Birch Hills, Orchard Square, Smith Park, Crescent Heights. I should have known the moment I started listing letters that I was going to forget them immediately. Okay, so here are the areas. Which quadrant are you talking about? Or not quadrant, because they're not it's not divided into four. But which region? Cherry Hill Heights? Smith Park area. Smith Park up here. Yeah, this is probably not going to be developed for a while. I'm going to start focusing around the Emerson Hills region. Looks like a paw. Just how many... what kind of animals have you been encountering? Like, if this is the paw pad, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 toes, and then a second row of 3 toes. What kind of animal has a paw with 2 rows of toes? Anyway, yes, this is going to stay quiet for a while. Right now, I'm focusing on what is going to be the Emerson Hills area and maybe Cherry Heights. I think we're going to expand sort of radially. Emerson Hills, Cherry Heights, Hickory Square, and then later, probably not until the modern era, Crescent Heights, Smith Park, Orchard Square. I think that's sort of reasonable. Alright. Let me see. Let's do 15 by 10. That's just a basic grid here. And let's see. All right, this is a hill. We need to do this a little bit differently. The thing about rice paddies is they have to be flat. So let's go to our nodes. Not the railroad. Let's set all these to a particular height. Okay. So now, let's go down. Not a good area to develop until the rivers can be man-made to redesign there. Yeah, so right now we're in the we're in the colonial era. So the fact that this was planned this far, more Snail like this was planned this far ahead, is something of a miracle. Anyway, Alright, so let's bring you, then 10, 15, 15, alright. Oh wait, that's a, this is actually potential drainage area. Maybe we'll let that be like something else. Okay. Let's come down here to 25. So 15, 10, 15, 10. Feels a little bit too regular. What if I did this? There we go. So now we can make some use of that space. Heck, what's this supposed to be? Actually, the slope's too significant for there. Is this like a bridge? Okay, come on. Work with me here, rice patties. Okay. Right. So now let's. Let's get the terrain to behave itself as well. Okay. And you control H, set to say this height. That's probably too high. That's better, I think. Okay. That works, so set you to that height. Fair bit of terraforming, but it's not that much of a slope, so I think it's okay. Alright. And then across the way, that's a separation of 3. Excuse me. We can go 10 and then 15. That'll take it into there. So 10 and 10. This can go. That's getting into hills, so. That is another place where the channel was. So like that. All right, so. Let's bring you out. 10, 15. What is that? So 10, 15. Can I go up 10 here? Not quite. So let's go down this way. 15. Here I can go 15 and then come down here like that. Okay. And let's see if I set you to this height and then you to this height, then bring this down a little bit. Now you sink below the ground. Everything over here can be at this height. That seems like a fairly reasonable height for that area. Alright, let's brush size up. Terrain. Alright, and that's reasonably flat. Now, all of you. Control H, set to this height. You're too high. Let's bring you down a bit. That should be fine. Now set this height. Brush size down. Okay. We have some respect space for the river basin. Okay, and you need to be a reasonable height. Control H to here. You be like this or thereabouts. I hope this isn't too regular. There's also the question of how the irrigation pathways are supposed to work, but I have no idea how to handle that. I might need to redo this farm area entirely later. Alright. Hi, Mana. Don't worry, I figured it out. I mean, well enough for the moment, anyway. I think I fixed the quality issue, at least for the moment. For some reason, the setting the quality by quality rate or whatever it was resulting in a really, really low bit rate and really low quality. So I just set a manual bit rate for streaming, and it seems to have calmed down. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I'll have to figure it out at some point in the future. That's not what I want. Sand? No. Just deal with this for now, I suppose. These NVANC and X264 use 2 different formulas for their rate factor settings. Okay. One to use 15 instead of 18 or a manual bitrate. All right. I'll test that on my own time. Okay. So now these areas are connected without clipping into the thing. All right. So now then, how did I do this previously? Okay. New industry area, I think, was the start of it. So, here we go. Paint industry area. And I imagine that unlike okay, let me just paint some rough blobs. I won't worry about exactly following the boundaries. Alrighty, see ya, Mana. Okay. Emerson Hills, Thornton Land. And that can be Thornton Land for now, I guess. Okay. So. Rice. By now. Here we go. So what I figured out is that I have rice props. So I can place like lines of rice props and have them clip into these and okay. And have rice. Okay, so let's place that there for now, just so we can keep the space. Alright, so now no, not quite. Still not quite. Still not quite. There we go. Now we can bring this over to doesn't really look good far away, does it? Like right about there. Okay. So now we can take are those buildings or props? They're props. Okay. Copy. Now we can paste these. Good enough, I guess. All right. Like so. There's a hole in that in the middle. All right, let's do this. Nope, nope, okay. Actually, are there larger ones I can find? What size is that? That's a small one. Okay, why am I using a small one? I should be using a large one. No, large one. Yeah, that'll probably work better. Okay. we've got rice field or rice field bright or rice field dark. They don't seem that different to me, but let's do dark. That seems to do a pretty good job. And if we align it to like so. Actually, fence mode. About that scale, the tiling becomes not so, a little bit less obvious. So let's that over a bit. There we go. If we bring you out over to here and get like about like that. Okay. Now we copy. And we plonk them down. And there we go. There's a line there, but that's probably good enough. We have a rice field. It disappears when we think we're not looking at it, when it thinks we're not looking at it, but I think it looks okay at certain angles. Let me make sure that these are all aligned. Yeah, to single height. Yep. Okay. We can do the same thing over this side. This. Okay. Edge one, visibility is not great, mind you. Alright, let's just start with these ones for now. And I know what we can do with these, this area here. That's not really a clean connection. We'll sort it out later. Okay, so we got our industry area. So now let's place down our central farm building. Does that work? Just barely. Okay, buildings, nodes. Let's flatten. There we go. not exactly thematically appropriate house, but it'll do. Okay. And then, let's see. Storage. What's the word I'm looking for? Not farming. Crops extractor. Okay. So, how did I do that over here for? So it looks like we had 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I had 5 for an area this size. That is approximately similar. Okay. So we want about 5 invisible crop extractors. Crops extractor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are... Ah, they got rid of my things. Okay. What if I do it like this? I grab that, and I'm gonna move it. No. Oop, my preview window. Okay, there we go. Okay. If I do it with prop anarchy. There we go. Okay. So now, yeah, that works. 1, and 2. Let's say each of these is 2. Okay. So this will be 1. Alright, so we got our first crop fields here. Now let's think about more Snail itself. Is there a better angle for this? Maybe 25? The asymmetry here is bugging me, so I'll just do that. How does it work if I just go straight down? So that connects there. You connect here. So once the water gets here, what do we do with it? Suppose we could just imagine that we're piping it out to the river itself. Yeah, I think that'll work. However, Control H. Okay, this will be a retaining pond. Do we want it to be a retaining pond, or do we want a green? How about if we divide this here? What makes the better retaining pond? That's too strong. Just a tiny bit. Okay, so level terrain, like so. We can make that stronger. You know, this whole area should be for retaining water, I think. Yeah, we'll have this whole area with a park with a pond. Alright. So every so often, just so it's not quite as regular, I'm going to do that. And let's go ahead and where's my water? Water? That's water structures. Here we go. Here's the actual water. Bring it down to 0.001. Okay, like so. And then height way, way down to like down 0.02. How about now? There we go. Let time speed along. This fills up. Give it a minute. Ugh. Now it's gotten too hot. Vent the room a little bit. Alright, 2 hours, 11 minutes. Alright, Bradley. Okay. So here's our water. Abandoned building. Yes, yes. Okay. Now then, I imagine that in this area the block should be aligned to that grid, not that one. So we've got some interesting gridding going on here. Okay. So is there a... Okay, I think we need... Oh, I didn't like that. Okay. So like here. Let's bring that down a bit. And here. Bring that down a bit. So that we have that. We have that thing. We have that sort of trench. Okay. Alrighty, so then let's adjust the height more finely on some of these other spaces. Looks broadly okay. Now let's smooth it out. A bit stronger, I think, and a bit bigger. Getting too close to the edges. Okay. That seems okay. We got some elevation, but it's nothing too terrible. Alright, so. Let's start building. Where's my UK shops? Why are you showing up? UK shop. There we go. Yep. Okay. And actually, let me try using the ploppable Rico tool instead. How do I search here? I don't see any search bar. If I do this, UK shop. No, that just changes what things are treated as. All right, so back to find it. So Shift. Is it Alt V? Yes, Alt V to select random. Okay. Now we got a commercial core. Let's bring in some residential. Okay. Oh yes, and we're going to need ye old sewage. That place is going to need water too. All right. On down this way. place is also going to need water and power. Okay. And then you can just... follow the highway. And you can connect to Port Norway. Alright. And then... let's see. You connect up here. You connect up like that. And you're not properly aligned, but whatever. Okay. We're also going to need ye old electricity. Steal you. For the moment, let's just also run it along the highway. There. Oh, and across to you as well. Okay. We're going to need I guess as usual we will need a church. Let's not use the Church of New Asset on this occasion. Here we go. New Zealand Victorian Church. I can place that down here and then move it like so. Okay. Let's smooth this out also. And the church will, for now, be the elementary school. Where's my elementary block? Here we go. Elementary. I can go in here. Okay. And death care. That can. Okay, you can now go back in here. Okay. Now we need ye old clinic. I think this will do. Ye old fire station. Actually, this one can probably fit among the shops. That fits all right. It's not perfect, but I feel like it belongs in the middle, though. No, because this yard belongs in the end. Other end. Let's move you to there. I think I can probably I can't quite move you over a full thing. Okay. Alright, so UK shop. Bring you guys back. There. Now that fits in a bit better. Alright. And where's my police box? Police box. That's a police box, but it's not. Here we go. Police box. That can go. Also, we can have another thing there. Go. One more there. I guess I'll have to put stuff there manually. Alright. No. Oh, I didn't actually connect this. There. Now you have water. Ye old water. Oh, and also, critically, I need to set my styles. So 1800s suburban and 1800s urban. Save. Okay. Stop complaining about water. I hooked you up to the water. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, I didn't hook you up to water. There we go. Now, I guess I still need to bring water out this way. There. Okay. Beginning of more Snail. I'm going for 2 hours, 25 minutes. Let's go for another 30 minutes. And then I think we're good. Ugh. Right, so this area, that's a pretty wide area, isn't it? Maybe I made that too wide. Oh well. No, not enough workers. Oh hey, our residential demand is down for once. No, we should probably have one more connection. Also, some of these roads don't actually exist yet. There. Now all of our roads exist. In fact, let's go ahead and bring out our development to here. This gridding is a mess, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know why this is being so weird, though. I do want these roads prioritized, though. There. They're really complaining about customers. Okay. Oh, not enough workers. Ah, right, because technically you're totally disconnected. Let's go ahead and turn these on now. I need to set up a ferry line. Alright. I first need to set up a ferry path. Nope, that's ships. That's ships. That's not what I want. Also, I accidentally closed my OBS thing. Alright, or not closed it, but hit it. Which is not what I want to do. Okay. Okay. So now, let's have a ferry between here and Ronhead and back. And between here and Perth. And there we go. Achievement unlocked, rejoice and be fairy. Alright, let's set our lines. We all want them to be the soul landed. We can work, the colors can come later. Alright. You don't have enough workers. Alright. Now the ferries will go and do their things. Some of these houses are really big for level 1, I feel. Oh, hold on a second. It's the old police car. That is not what we want. We forgot to set our stuff to, what do you call it? The horses. Here we go. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and, while we're here, I'm going to define this as park area. Florence Park. I guess that'll do for now. Alright. Residential demand is already creeping back up again. Great job, residential demand. Not enough buyers for products. That's the ferries. Nobody seems to be coming here for the cargo dock yet. That might change. We shall see. Okay. Let's use free camera mode for a bit. This is a pretty nice space. It's a big open area, but then more Snail doesn't really need to be as big as a lot of the other places. We can always expand it out, some of the residential areas out a little bit into the areas beyond. So, yeah. I think having this big, unique green area will make for interesting Arma-ing eventually. Oop. I guess I forgot to set the old police box to use the old carriage. Okay, I set you, right? Yeah. Alright. I'm not sure I like all these hard angles, though. And this is definitely too high. This bridge does not exist yet. And now our residential demand is already all the way back up again. Residential demand is kind of crazy in this game, isn't it? Okay. Let's put this out. Turn that off. Control H. No. I want all this bridge to be at the same height. I want that height to be the height of the levee. Same thing here. Let's add a new node. And let's turn that off. New node. So. And this is still planning roads. Let's do that. So, all these. Control H, set them all to the height. And this. That's... That's probably reasonable. And there's an extra node in there that I can get rid of. Okay. Alright. What are you complaining about, dead people? Well, there's a... The church is right next door. So, I think you're fine. And why are you abandoned? Not enough workers. Right. Our employment... The employment model in this game does not really match up with 1800s. So some of this stuff we're just going to have to deal with until we reach the modern area and can start building proper university things. Okay. So... Okay, I think I know. We still got about 20 minutes. I think I know what I want to do. So let's go and find me some tram roads. Tram roads, anything that looks good in this. Here we go, cobblestone road tram. And if I do this... Okay, that matches perfectly. Excellent. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run a tram line down to the harbor, and then through the city. And this is quite steep for rail, but we can pretend that it's using purpose-built like trams that are specially designed to deal with that kind of elevation. That's a lot of wires. That's a lot of wires. Okay. And it's going to come up along this way. It's going to go here. Go down around this way. Loop around here. Okay. And now we can... oh, we need a tram depot somewhere. Also big. Let's put it here for the time being. And then I just want some tram tracks. Station track. Want the promenades, I think they're called. Tram roads. Tram roads. Neighborhood street. You know, just stick with the cobble one for now. And this is not right, but we'll have to deal with it for the moment. Alright, so now we can have tram stops. So we will have a line that goes from here. Oh, I forgot to upgrade a bit section. Upgrade. Okay. From here, have a stop here. Have a stop here. Have a stop here and here. Have a stop here. Oh. Okay. And right. Here. Here. Here and here. And then come on back down, stopping in all the same places. There. Now, I'm going to go to our tram line thing, and we are going to change this from a modern tram to an old tram, the Merkowski Green. All right. How many vehicles are you going to put on? So how many people does this hold? 50. Yeah, looks like people are getting ready to use them. Let's ride our tram. See, what's the keybind for our free camera so I can get rid of the HUD? Key mapping. No, that's gonna be first person camera. Hide games UI. How do I? PS back quote. All right. heck is backload? I'm not sure. I guess we'll just have to deal with the UI. Up we go. Past the horses. People get on. On along. That's pretty steep. Okay. Back along this way. Another tram coming down the way. There's the horses with their spinny hooves. Getting a bit of a traffic jam here because the trams have to stop here. This tram's taking a bit to get moving for some reason. Oh, there we go. That's a bit of a bump. Oh, we got so much traffic backing up here. I think that's okay though, because I don't really want this road to be for cars. So, I think, oh, we're in downtown. Pretty okay downtown, I think. These slopes are a bit nuts, though. Yeah, this is kind of a difficult map. There's the church, and on this way. Yeah. So the main reason that this tram does its thing is because of all these slopes. Oh, these slopes are so slopey. Why were the things those horses were pushing flashing? This is a more residential area. Onward. Why is that house in a hole? Oh boy. Alright, and onward. There's Rasmussen Farms. You're stopping here. Turn signals. That's okay, yeah, that's probably it, actually, yes. It's probably turn signals. These horses have turn signals. That makes about as much sense as anything these horses do. Alrighty. And now we're here, and we can look out over the landscape. There's the bridge, there's the fort. There's a tree in the way of the fort, but that does not look right. That building is not right for this area. I object to this building here. Okay. Yeah, there's our fort down there. And onward, and we're on our way back. There's there's the cornfield over there. Stop. Boarding. Zoom. I'm not sure if we need all of these trams. But for the moment, we have them. Yeah. On the ground level, this city still feels pretty rough. It's got a long way to go before it's ready to sort of be an Arma environment. I like how the horses... Well, first of all, some of these horses don't... None of these horses have riders, in fact. And some of them have turn signals, and many of them just kind of lean around the corner when they get there. Some of them are tiny, and some are huge. And those are not 1800s bicycles. Ugh. Lots of old people here. A strange number of tourists. I'm not sure why there are so many tourists here. Right, so we're back down in downtown Ronhead. Back on Main Street. The Main Street looks pretty good, I think. This area could use some work, I believe. Yeah. Alrighty, and then down we go. Oh, that's a dip. But this isn't even supposed to be here, so we'll have to forgive it. Okay, lots of people getting on here. And onward and downward, back toward the harbor with some lag. Harbor with many, many, many boats arriving. Alright, and we are back at the harbor with its abandoned warehouses and things. That looks alright still, I suppose. Alright, so that is our that's our tram line. How is the how's the usage? Where do I find the info for that? Okay. We got some people backing up. We may actually need more trams, actually. We'll have to see. Alright. Overall, this looks alright. Very homogeneous at the moment. It'll probably evolve further once we hit the modern era. And then we got our harbor. We can go down over this way to our star fort, and then take this incredibly treacherous road up to this firing position. This way. Over this way. Looks industrial? Which bit looks industrial? So we got our we got more Snail's port area, which leads up to... Oh, the industrial area looks industrial? Yeah. So around the port, you mean? And now we got more Snail, which looks could be better. Zoned buildings are not doing a great job here, but eh. I think once we fill out this park and make it more than just a open field, it'll feel better. Then over here, one of our fields has disappeared for some reason. But if you don't look at that field, then it looks all right. And you have 20 workers, and you're not making a profit. And we're still through the roof on residential demand. Why is this area having crime problems? There's it has a police box. We do need ye old trash cube though. Just put a placeholder cube here for now. Oh. Okay. So the problem is that there's too much garbage for this little police box to operate. So until ye old garbage trucks come, the police are not doing their job. Yeah. Okay. Someone's robbing the church, or possibly the elementary school, or possibly the graveyard. It's hard to tell. Anyway, alrighty. Something about this is angular. Does the game include land aeration at all? Where you let part of the field rest for a year? That sounds like crop rotation. No, like just this. This is hacky as anything. Like this invisible thing here is what actually generates the crops. All the rest of this, all this stuff here, all the actual rice, is completely for show. Because I'm pushing the game sort of outside of its boundaries in order to create a rice zone. Because the base game farms, they let's see, where are they? They are here. They look like this, which is okay, but there's no rice option. We are in Asia, so rice. So an Asian city without any rice in it is just not going to work. Still looks good with the empty section. Yeah, I do need to fix that though, because unlike like you've seen rice paddies, right? They're basically flooded fields. So it doesn't really make sense for this to be just blank grass. I probably should fix that just right now. Just one. Control A. Space already occupied. Yeah. Okay. Use move it. Where's my? Give me props. Tend to be terraced. Yes, yes. I tried to figure out how to do terraced rice fields, but I just could not. Could not get it to work. Okay. Why are you being like this? There, you can be there. Okay. Like this, what I'm trying to do here is really kind of pushing the game to its limits. The scale of these hills and things just doesn't work well with the with this game. Like on the flatter areas like this, it looks okay. But here, like that doesn't make sense at all. Like this is, in fact, this looks like it's kept a bunch of the residential areas from a previous road network. I don't there's another example here. It's not that great, especially from the back. And you can see how badly it's handling this slope here. Anyway, yeah, I tried forever to figure out how to do terraced, like proper terraced rice farms, like real terraced rice farms. You could probably farm on a hill like this. I can't do that in City Skylines. I tried really hard, and it just did not work. Anyway, so how's Perth doing? Not so great. Why are you sick? Noise pollution is high? Why is noise pollution high? There's no noise pollution there. What are you talking about? Okay, no. Alright, there we go. That's noise pollution, not regular pollution. Okay, you're complaining about the cargo harbor. Got it. Alright. Well, none of your neighbors seem to be complaining, and honestly, this is about as good as we can do until the modern age, anyway. So, and how's Winston Sons? None of these industrial areas are doing very well. I don't really get it. I don't really get why these are not at capacity. They just not have enough local population? I'm not sure. Maybe we can figure that out next time. Okay, and okay, why are you not? Just put down another police box. Achievement unlocked: the safest town. Excuse me, where are you going? There's, like, crime right there. Answer ye old 911 call. Anyway, alright. I think we'll wrap it up here for today. That's some... Yeah. I feel like the build quality that I've put out today is not the best. It's just something doesn't seem right about it. Like, this just seems really plain and empty, for instance. And something about this is not jiving either. Like, conceptually, I really like the idea of this central park. But something's missing. I'll have to give it a think and see what I come up with next time. So, schedule. Schedule Saturday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Fancy props I can add? Maybe. I think maybe part of it is the very clean break between the road and the levee, nothing on the far side, and these hard angles here. That might be part of it. And there might be props I can add. We'll have to see, and I'll have to research what actual 17th, 18th century fortresses looked like. It's great for not having little aesthetic things to round it out. Yeah, I suppose so. This is just this is missing something. This is really just a placeholder here. We'll figure that out later. Anyway, yes, schedule. Saturday. No, not Saturday. Nothing on Saturday. Sunday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time will be more Halo co-op with Shifty. And then Friday 1 week from now at 7 p.m. Mountain Time will be more of this. We will finish out, we'll try to do something to these and hopefully finish out more Snail for the 18th century. Maybe add a couple little villages. I think next episode I want to be about our first railroad from Perth to more Snail to Ronhead. And after that, I think we're starting to get to the point where we can think about moving on into the modern era to, well, I guess not modern, the 40s era, the jazz era, the independence era, where we can start actually putting together more modern urban design principles and more modern buildings and things. And I think that a lot of things are going to improve around then. Or maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to see. Anyway, until then, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!